What's up, guys? How are you all doing? All right, I've got something special today, something I've never done before, a guest host. This is Bill Hamm, and Bill and I have been coming to North Park kind of side by side since I think I first met you in 2017, maybe?
Something like that, yes.
Bill is a, coordinator. He procures all the things that go into the University of Washington hospital. Imagine having to keep track of all the inventory for a hospital. If you think your life is complicated, sit in this man's shoes for a little while. Anyway, to something more at hand, Bill and I have been coming here together, and he would show up with his family, and he would do his footwork and stuff, and I came to notice how he would practice. There's a certain type of person that comes to courses more to practice than to play. Like, playing is secondary, but they're clearly there to drill. And Bill, I kind of pick up on these people because, I'm the most pathological of all of them. And I observed Bill's behavior, and I'm like, Bill, dude, let's talk. I can help you along in your journey to understand disc golf. But there was one fundamental problem, is that this was 2017. And despite the fact that I could ace this hole down there once a year with like the perfect line and stuff, I had no idea what I was talking about. There's a whole chapter in the series called Seeing the Elephant. And what I was doing was what so many other teachers have done, which is transacting in singular pieces of an entire holistic system, a biomechanical sequence where you can't replicate or teach one part of it because it's all most of it is consequential, and it's all feel for the most part. It's all feel stuff, and you can't communicate feel through mimicry usually. And so in 2017, we worked together, and Bill never got better. 18, never got better. 19, 20, we're in the pandemic now. Bill and I are just out here, like head down with masks on, drilling our form together. He does not get better, neither do I, until I begin to get course corrected from Lee. And every time I run into Bill after that, I'm like a total raving madman who's seen Cthulhu. And I'm like, dude, there's this whole other world.
Got brooms and baseball bats.
Exactly. There's this whole other world out there. I'm starting to feel it, Bill. Feel it with me. I still couldn't teach him until 2023, March, April, when I really began to feel the proper sequence for the first time because of the method. The focus on that, the fact that I was able to create a brand new algorithm running in the right side of my mind, in the back right side of my motor control center. It was like a clean slate to write new form on. And that allowed me to start feeling it and teaching Bill a little bit more and a little bit more. And your form has been transforming all of a sudden, like I'd say very accelerated in the last couple of months, particularly because we live in Seattle and you can like literally play 100 days of the year here, maybe.
Yeah, you don't mind a little drizzle.
Exactly. If you don't mind a little drizzle, for like 6.5 months of the year, it is just oppressively cold and rainy, and it sucks. So most people stay away unless they're true diehards, like the guys who play every day. So we didn't have a lot of communication for about a 6-month period because we were both taking double seasons off. And we started working together again once the weather got better. And I've been watching Bill improve day by day. You want to give him like a quick synopsis? This, again, we're on hole 1 at North Park. Straight down the line, you can see that basket is a football field's distance away, although you'd get an extra 30 feet because of the tee and the camera. 330 feet dead straight, and it's uphill a lot, like 15 feet up. So it's a huge crush to get up there. It takes a ton of energy to get up there, much less to ace it. And when you first started throwing here, how close were you getting to the basket?
Not very. We got about, I don't know, maybe the 200-foot mark there or the 180-foot mark, which is that tree out there. It's, I think I came out of the ultimate program, so I have a good flick. And I often just threw that, but now talking to Brian, it's been sort of fun to say, okay, let's throw backhand. Everybody else throws backhand.
Exactly.
Let's worry about that. So you see the pros, they do a run up of 3 or 4 steps, and they do a cross, and they do something, and then they throw the disc. And so I did all those things, and then especially after talking to Brian and over the last, I don't know, many years, I've been like, well, let's not worry about the run up. Let's just do the cross step and throw. And then you can keep going that way and taking more things out, more things out, and more things out. And I still only got to the 180-foot mark. So it was like all the rest of that stuff was added on as put together, and you run up and you do all this stuff, and then you do the same thing, which is throw it with your arm. And so I can get
Exactly.
180 feet with my arm. Great, and over the last 5 years, probably haven't changed much over that. But my kids have gone from this tall to like this tall, and they can easily outthrow me. So that's embarrassing. So now I have to work on it. So
I remember that
so it's
when your
like,
daughter was throwing
yeah.
farther than
Well,
you.
she can still. I don't know that. I guess in the last few months I've gained a few feet on her.
Yeah, I
But,
imagine you.
and she doesn't even want to play anymore. This is still sort of a.
And your son kind of crushes. He's
Yeah,
figured out a lot of stuff.
He's figured out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Although now I can outthrow him when he has a bad throw, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So,
just wait.
but yeah, I think the method really is starting to sink in. So I've also, it doesn't hurt to lose some weight and gain some core strength.
Yeah, core strength, athleticism. He was talking to me when I arrived today. He said one of the things he was working on was posture. You were really focusing on staying upright. Because if you start to stoop and collapse and stuff, again, we're trafficking in perfect center of mass control through the whole footwork. The only way to benefit from footwork is to be perfectly balanced. If you're off balance at any point, the whole mechanism degrades and it loses energy and you don't get biomechanical feedback. So you've got to be balanced all the time. Anyway, so I would love for you to throw a couple drives and we can sort of talk about what's going on here. So he talked to me before when he arrived about his posture, about how you wanted to be, like you felt more balanced. And of course, being upright, you're never going to see a dancer unless they're really like trying to do something bizarre with their body forward. They're going to be totally upright spine, moving laterally all the time. So the focus on that, I think, will help you create this linear balance that I've been describing to you. We talked today about the off-arm stuff and about how the off-arm is so vital to aid the weight shift as you come forward so that you can keep everything down a beautiful line like a dancer. And I think you've been feeling that today. I don't know how.
Yeah, getting a little bit of it. It's definitely feel more of a whip action going on. Things like that.
Definitely. And I explained to Bill, how tall are you? Like 6'3", 6'4"?
Like that.
He's huge.
Right.
This guy's gigantic, and his arms are long and whippy, and his legs are powerful too. He's sort of built like Gannon, actually. Although Gannon is still like 4 inches taller than you. I stood next to him at Beaver State Fling. People thought I was his caddy. Like, dude, are you caddying for Gannon? I said, no, I'm recording his 76-mile-per-hour velocity off the tee, which is bananas in person. It is insane. So because Bill resembles Gannon's body, Bill has huge leverage. And the thing is that you need to, if you have leverage, you need to use the leverage where it's most biomechanically powerful and effective. So if you imagine if I'm walking towards, getting a hug real quick here. See Brian recording a video. No worries. We made a cameo. So if I'm thinking about where to create the bullet, the thing that I've described, the farther in front of your body you can create the bullet, the more powerful it is. This is the reason why people with long whippy arms like Anthony Barella and Eagle can throw extra hard. Because they're setting their body up and swinging everything into this long-ass lever that's way out here. And you have that biomechanical advantage too. So you just have to focus on creating this whippy, powerful arm, booming arm, swinging the disc out here. And as soon as you are balanced and moving sideways, as soon as this leg touches down, you're already thinking off of it, off the back side. You're ready to bring in the left side through standing and then whip the big boom arm out in front of your body. That's how it connects at the end. You're getting closer to that, I think, in time. You don't need to be like super bouncy and athletic. Obviously, it helps. I talked to you before about staying on the balls of the feet, that aids you in footwork because it enhances mobility tremendously. If you're down on your heels, you're plodding and you start turning around like this. So everything sideways, balls of the feet, drop into the plant, swing the boom arm way out in front of your body, pulling the disc in a straight line until you swing it right out here like a baseball player. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I find that I talk way too much in my videos and I never throw. I'm sure for the audience, they're like, throw a fucking disc, dude. All you do is talk. Look down the target line. Beautiful swing. So that is right up by where the picnic bench is, just about. And consider, for years, he threw to the tree. That's like 100 feet up the fairway almost, and way up higher too. So think about Be aggressive through here. You're going to feel your body come down. If you use that left arm, flick it forward, you'll feel your center mass stay forward. It's really important because it builds back foot hip leverage. When you have back foot hip leverage, you feel pressure with the ground. And you can push into that pressure to make this thing way more powerful. It's what Sebastian does to bomb like 1,000,000 miles an hour. He also has like an 8-foot, like Macbeth. So do that too. Think about be aggressive, be forward. Drive your left arm forward with your left foot. Bear down and slam the disc hard. Good though, you threw it very hard. You let it go early or late because you didn't trust the ground, but if you hold your body in place there, it will work. 4! Hey look, I threw a disc on camera, what the hell? Yeah, very weak. See how you sort of trailed off to the right? It's an NV sailing over there. I'm working on, gotta hold on to it. I'm working on holding my left arm back aggressively, bracing with my offside so that the whole swing happens out here. If the arm drifts forward, the mechanism starts to turn and it gets less powerful down the line. Sorry, I keep blocking it. Very nice. Big hyzer. But notice how you're feeling that whippiness out here. See if you can change the trajectory of how you're aligning your foot so that you feel that whippiness there. It'll be more correlated to throwing straight down the line and fast towards your target. Very nice. Beautiful line. Look at this. Turning over. Yeah, I came around on that completely to feel the heaviness. That was a lack of bracing on my left side, I guarantee it. Yeah, look what your left side is doing right there. I can see it doing this. Whoop. Hopefully I caught that in the camera. It looked like really, really beautiful swim move. Did not hold on to it long enough. But I did keep my arm in place. Try it again. Very nice, Bill. I mean, that has double the kinetic energy of your original throw. Look how high that is. If you can figure out the nose angle so that it's not nose up and just trailing off energy, you'll easily get over the log. It's funny as hell. Like spat through some branches. All right, this will be the last set of drives here. Heard some sound on that whip. You fell off the tee pad, unfortunately. That thing was crushed. It was like rising to the right. It was a shrike. All right, I think it's a good gamut of shots. I would love to, if you could join me for a sec. I would love to revisit with Bill as we continue to evolve over the summer, but I think you're really getting it. And I think that when you figure out, you're feeling it exactly. I can see that. So play with that energy. Play around with a bullet like a cat with a toy. Think about it as like an energetic center that you aim your body at, like a baseball player. Think of it as a contact point to swing that big booming arm at. While you grip the disc fairly tightly, but loose early. Brace against it with your left side. Whip hard into that energy using the mechanism that you feel now. You'll get compounding energy and feel it more and more and more. We'll check up with Bill later. Thanks so much for watching. I know it was a long video. There'll be plenty more to come. Hope you're having an amazing summer.